Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Eureka Whirlwind Canister Vacuum. If you're interested in this product or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. If you're shopping the US link, that'll take you to an Amazon live stream with multiple items in the carousel. Go ahead, browse the carousel until you find this vacuum, and be sure to give us a follow on that platform. Here's a look at the retail box and packaging. Very simple, straightforward. They mention a 1-year warranty with this vacuum and its powerful suction. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the contents. First up, we have our user guide and manual walking us through everything we need to know about our vacuum, how to assemble it, how to use it. We also have maintenance instructions on 2 pages with the troubleshooting section. We have all of our replacement parts down here, easily identifiable if you need to order any of those. And this vacuum comes with a 1-year warranty. Next, you'll notice we have our main vacuum head right here. There's no brush roller built in, so it's going to be straight suction. But we do have a toggle pedal right here. If you want to activate a brush and bristle, you can. So there they are. Let's go ahead, let's press it. So they're out, they're in, they're out, they're in. Up to you which one you want. Just a nice foot pedal there. Next, we have our hose. One end's going to go into the canister vacuum. The other end's what we're going to use with a nice grip handle right there. As you can see, it is textured. We have a mode section, so choose what you want. 2 different options there for your modes. And we have our crevice tool built in with a brush if you want to use that. And then lastly, we have our main extension tube right here. So we just press this up, and that's our maximum setting in reach. Or we could land somewhere in between. Maybe you want it there, or our shortest setting that's available. Lastly, we have the canister unit itself. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. Looking at the canister unit from the top, we have a big red button we can press to remove our dirt and dust bin. Here's a look at it from the side with Eureka's logo and branding on the front. We have this open lever if we need to clean and pull out and replace the filter. We can do all of that right here. Same with this section, right? It all comes out. So we can give it a nice thorough and deep clean, and we can just snap that shut. Moving further along, we have our max indicator right here when it's full. On this side, we have the ability to press this button to release to easily empty out the contents there. Then it just snaps right back in place when you're ready to use it. At the top, continuing on, we have our power button and our retractable extension and power cord. So here we go, we have the cord out. Watch what happens here. As long as you hold the button in, it will wind the cord in for you. I love that feature. Here's a look at it from the back side. We have a filter that we can clean right there. Go ahead, take that out. There's the inside look. Now we'll look at it from the side. Here's one of our wheels and how everything looks. You can see again when it's full and needs to be emptied. Here's a look at the other side. Same thing, same wheel. Looks really nice. Here it is front on where we got to connect our hose. And then here's a quick peek at the very bottom. We have additional product info and we have our omnidirectional wheel. Now let's go ahead, let's get this thing set up. Step 1 is to attach the hose. Pay attention to the side that we're using here. Only one side's going to fit. It's got to be a certain way. It'll snap right in. Technically now you are free to use the canister vac if you want with the crevice tool or brush tool installed. But you can also connect this piece and this piece as well. So if you want to connect the other pieces, go ahead, line it up. Again, this will only fit one way. It'll snap right in. We have our release button there if you want to remove it. But line it up, press it in place. There we go. Don't forget about adjusting the height right here again, depending on what you want. And then lastly, this piece is going to go one way as well. Press it in until it snaps in place. And there we go. Now we have the canister vacuum completely set up. Let's try it out. definitely my favorite part when it's time to wind up the cord. So just press the button and look at that. Look at how quick that was. You also might have known the vacuum is standing upright for easy storage, and you don't have to worry about anything laying on the ground, thanks to a clever design right there where we can just lift this up and slide it in place. So check out those really nice cleaning lines on our carpet right here. You can definitely tell the areas where the vacuum has went over the carpet, and it looks nice, giving you that nice visual look and indicator of clean carpets. Don't forget about using the crevice tool for those hard to reach areas like vacuuming your steps, and we also can slide out the brush if we want to use that. I just finished my first clean with our canister vacuum, and I wanted to show you the results. First, you're looking at our main roller right here. I did enable, while I was cleaning the carpet, the brush that pops out there, and it is able to gather quite a bit of human hair and pet hair if you want to use it on a rug like that. But keep in mind, you will have to clean this off if that's what you want to do. Next up, I wanted to show you the actual canister itself. So let's pop that off. We have our max fill line achieved right there, but if you look around, we still have quite a bit of room in this canister. Let's look at the results though. We're gonna pop this cover open, and look at that. Packed in there, really fine dirt and dust particles, as well as our human hair, our pet hair. So you get the idea what this is capable of cleaning up. I have a dog, if you can't tell, so we have our dog's hair in here. I see some of my wife's hair, grass clippings. But I'm really after and curious that really fine dirt, dust, and debris, that's what you want to see. The filter is good enough and strong enough to trap that in the canister as opposed to spreading it back in the air and throughout your house while you're vacuuming. So that is a good sign to see that there, and it's trapped inside where it needs to be. I also noticed on this wheel right here, we actually have quite a bit of human hair stuck. So that's something to consider too. Long term, that could be an issue for this vacuum with those small wheels there. How somehow this is able to collect hair. Just would take you a couple of minutes to be able to clean that out. But keep that in mind, longevity wise, if you have a lot of hair around your house, you can expect to see some similar tangles right there in our wheels. If you remember, this vacuum is equipped with two different modes right here, basically the chair icon and the floor icon. The floor icon is going to give you the most amount of suction power. Using my gauge right here, we got up to 70 inches of water. Feel free to convert that to kPa if you want. I'll give you the quick conversion right here. It's probably about 17 or 18 kPa. Then if you toggle that switch back, you basically lose half of your suction power. We got 40 inches of water or 10 kPa for our suction there. So keep that in mind. You can toggle between the two depending on what you're trying to vacuum and which one you enjoy best. For me, it didn't seem to matter when I was vacuuming carpet. Both struggled one direction versus the other, and the main unit at the bottom would kind of get stuck and release, because there's a lot of suction there. So just keep that in mind. I'd say with this vacuum, it's best suited for hard floors and surfaces versus carpet. It will work on carpet, but it's not the most enjoyable experience pushing it back and forward. So I wanted to mention really quickly that we have a very similarly priced Dirt Devil Enduro Reach upright vacuum. And I wanted to share just some of the pros and cons about the different design styles and aesthetics. So when you're using a canister vac like this guy right here, you'll appreciate the flexibility to really move around the room. I love having the retractable extension cord. That is awesome. It's a great feature. Easy to wind up, no hassle there. And you're able to get those hard to reach areas. You want to vacuum under the couch? Go ahead, do that. Under the crib, great. Under the kitchen table, really easy to navigate. And you have a nice cleaning experience on hard floors and surfaces. I mentioned a little bit about carpet already. I don't think this does as well on carpet as an upright vacuum that's similarly priced. Even though this has stronger suction power, having that main brush roller on an upright vacuum definitely appears to make the difference, giving you that extra cleaning boost, at least on carpets, in my opinion. So that's kind of what you're dealing with between both of these. The compromise with an upright vacuum, you got to wind up the cord every time. You can't get those hard to reach areas, at least with a vacuum like this, at your entry level price point. So it kind of comes down to, what do you value more? Are you mainly cleaning hard floors and surfaces? You want to get those tight and hard to reach areas, better navigation, don't want to deal with winding up a cord. That's where a canister vacuum makes sense in my opinion. Maybe though, you're wanting to focus mostly on carpets. I think you'll appreciate then having the main brush roller, but it comes at the expense of navigation and flexibility where you just can't get into all those areas. You'll have to use, the crevice tool and the handle more than the main unit.